Nick Fuentes, the anti-Semitic white nationalist leader of the conference, said just before introducing his special guest, Congresswoman Green.
And you want to know the secret? To borrow a phrase from a friend of mine, our secret sauce here, it's these young white men. America and the world has forgotten about them, but not us.
After the appearances of Representatives Marjorie Taylor Greene and Paul Gosar at the America First Political Action Conference organized by white nationalist Nick Fuentes, Senator Mitch McConnell had the following profoundly robust and influential statement to say against those appearances. He said the following. He said, "There's no place in the Republican Party for white nationalists and anti-Semitism," which of course is hilarious because, as we all know, there's all the place in the world for white nationalists and anti-Semitism. It's no wonder that pretty much all the rhetoric that keeps the right-wing base flared up, whether it be from Fox News or Newsmax or, other occurrences that we cover here on TYT all the time, it's no wonder that they pretty much always happen to vote for Republicans. It's no wonder that the first thing that Donald Trump said when he came down those stairs, when he came down that escalator,
they're bringing drugs, they're bringing crime, they're rapists, and some, I assume, are good people.
Mexicans are criminals and rapists, and they're sending over their worst over here, and that's what really united the right wing around the charlatan that is Donald Trump, because after all, he's the one who we need right now to deal with the situation going on with Russia and Ukraine. And so since we're talking a little bit about Nick Fuentes right now, the white nationalist activist who has a history of making anti-Semitic remarks, he recently said basically he doesn't get laid because he's too busy being a historical figure.
Have you been in a relationship with a woman?
No.
Which of course is hilarious because you would think that somebody of such charisma and such influence and power wouldn't be able to keep the ladies off of him. But of course, this circles back around to where all this type of energy for things like anti-Semitism and white nationalism truly come from. It's just the lack of the ability to socialize, because at the end of the day, human beings are social creatures and we were made to connect and bond with others. And when we don't do that effectively, it really throws us off balance because it doesn't allow us to really be what we're made to be. And so that's where that hatred comes from. And anybody who understands how we work can see that clear as day. But that's hilarious, my mans. The reason that you're not getting laid has nothing to do with you being a historical figure or not. It has to do with you. And of course, Marjorie Taylor Greene is always doing stuff like this and always saying crazy things. We know about Paul Gosar and his usage of the anime like he was killing AOC, because that's so hilarious and so appropriate for a congressional representative to do. But Marjorie Taylor Greene's comments about her presence there were the following. She said, "I'm not going to play the guilt by association game in which you demand every conservative should justify anything ever said by anyone they've ever shared a room with." She went on to say, "I'm also not going to turn down the opportunity to speak to 1,200 young America First patriots because of a few off-color remarks by another speaker, even if I find those remarks unsavory," which again highlights the typical GOP Republican hypocrisy, because you guys are always complaining about how the left is such snowflakes and how we're always trying to cancel everything. But then at the same time, whenever we speak about wanting to raise wages or wanting to unite in some type of meaningful way, you're up in arms, but you can do stuff like this and we're supposed to be cool with it. So that's just another hilarious look at how, in fact, the Republican Party is everywhere that white nationalists and anti-Semites need to be, because they're welcome there.